From idea to launch, a step-by-step guide to turning your product vision into reality. Have you ever had a brilliant idea for a product but didn't know where to start? The process of turning an idea into a successful product can be daunting, but with the right guidance and strategy, it can be achieved. In this video, we'll walk you through the step-by-step process of bringing your product vision to life, from ideation to launch. We'll cover everything from market research and prototyping to branding and marketing. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or a seasoned business owner, this guide will provide you with the tools and knowledge you need to turn your product idea into a reality. So, let's dive in and start building your next big thing. Understanding the product development process. The product development process is the series of steps that take a product from an idea to a finished product. It involves a lot of planning, research, and execution. Understanding each step of the process is essential to creating a successful product. Here are the stages of the product development process. 1. Idea generation. The first stage of the product development process is idea generation. This is where you come up with an idea for a product. This can come from anywhere, from personal experience to market research. 2. Idea screening. Once you have an idea for a product, you need to screen it to see if it's feasible. This involves looking at the market demand, competition, and production costs. 3. Concept development. After you've screened your idea and determined it's feasible, you need to develop the concept. This is where you start to flesh out your idea and determine how it will work. 4. Prototype development. Once you have a concept for your product, it's time to develop a prototype. This is where you create a physical or digital model of your product to test and refine. 5. Product testing. After you've developed a prototype, you need to test it to see how well it works. This involves getting feedback from potential customers and making any necessary adjustments. 6. Commercialization. Finally, you need to commercialize your product. This involves branding, marketing, and launching your product to the market. Identifying your target market. Identifying your target market is an essential step in the product development process. Your target market is the group of people who are most likely to buy your product. Knowing who your target market is will help you create a product that meets their needs and wants. Here are some steps to help you identify your target market. Demographics. Start by looking at the demographics of your potential customers. This can include age, gender, income, and education. Psychographics. Next, look at the psychographics of your potential customers. This includes their values, beliefs, and lifestyle. Behavioral. Finally, look at the behavioral characteristics of your potential customers. This includes their buying habits, product usage, and brand loyalty. By understanding your target market, you can create a product that meets their needs and wants. This will increase your chances of success in the market. Conducting market research. Market research is an essential step in the product development process. It involves gathering information about the market, competitors, and potential customers. This information will help you make informed decisions about your product. Here are some steps to help you conduct market research. 1. Define your research objectives. Start by defining your research objectives. 1. What do you want to learn from your market research? 2. Collect data. Next, collect data about the market, competitors, and potential customers. 2. This can include surveys, interviews, and focus groups. 3. Analyze data. Once you've collected your data, analyze it to find trends and patterns. 4. Make informed decisions. Finally, use your market research to make informed decisions about your product. 4. This can include pricing, packaging, and branding. Market research will help you create a product that is more likely to succeed in the market. Developing your product concept. Once you've identified your target market and conducted market research, it's time to develop your product concept. This is where you start to flesh out your idea and determine how it will work. Here are some steps to help you develop your product concept. 1. Define the problem. Start by defining the problem your product solves. This will help you create a product that meets the needs of your target market. 2. Brainstorm solutions. Next, brainstorm solutions to the problem. This can involve creating a list of features or functions that your product will have. 3. Refine your ideas. Finally, refine your ideas to create a product concept that meets the needs of your target market. By developing a strong product concept, you'll be able to create a product that meets the needs of your target market. Creating a prototype. Once you've developed a product concept, it's time to create a prototype. A prototype is a physical or digital model of your product that you can test and refine. Here are some steps to help you create a prototype. 1. Create a design. Start by creating a design for your product. This can be a 3D model or a digital design. 2. Choose materials. Next, choose the materials you'll use to create your prototype. This can include plastic, metal, or wood. 3. Build your prototype. Finally, build your prototype using your design and materials. This will enable you to test and refine your product. Creating a prototype will help you identify any issues with your product and make any necessary adjustments. Testing your product. Once you've created a prototype, it's time to test your product. This involves getting feedback from potential customers and making any necessary adjustments. Here are some steps to help you test your product. 1. Define your testing objectives. Start by defining your testing objectives. What do you want to learn from testing your product? 2. Select participants. Next, select participants to test your product. This can include potential customers or focus groups. 3. Gather feedback. Once you've selected your participants, gather feedback about your product. 3. This can include surveys or interviews. 4. Make adjustments. Finally, use the feedback you've gathered to make adjustments to your product. Testing your product will help you identify any issues and make any necessary adjustments before launching your product. Refining your product. After testing your product, it's time to refine it. This involves making any necessary adjustments based on the feedback you've received. Here are some steps to help you refine your product. 1. Analyze feedback. Start by analyzing the feedback you've received. 1. Look for trends and patterns. 2. Make adjustments. Next, make adjustments to your product based on the feedback you've received. 3. Test again. Finally, test your product again to see if your adjustments have improved your product. Refining your product will help you create a product that is more likely to succeed in the market. Creating a go-to-market strategy. Once you've refined your product, it's time to create a go-to-market strategy. This involves branding, marketing, and launching your product to the market. Here are some steps to help you create a go-to-market strategy. 1. Develop a brand. Start by developing a brand for your product. 1. This includes creating a name, logo, and brand identity. 2. Identify your marketing channels. Next, identify the marketing channels you'll use to reach your target market. 2. This can include social media, email marketing, and influencer marketing. 3. Create a launch plan. Finally, create a launch plan for your product. 3. This can include setting a launch date, creating promotional materials, and hosting a launch event. Creating a go-to-market strategy will help you create buzz around your product and increase your chances of success in the market. Launching your product. After you've created a go-to-market strategy, it's time to launch your product. This involves putting your product out into the market and promoting it to your target market. Here are some steps to help you launch your product. 1. Set a launch date. Start by setting a launch date for your product. 2. Promote your product. Next, promote your product to your target market using the marketing channels you've identified. 3. Host a launch event. Finally, host a launch event to create buzz around your product and generate excitement. Launching your product is an exciting time, but it's important to stay focused and continue to refine your product based on feedback from your customers. Post-launch evaluation and optimization. After you've launched your product, it's important to evaluate its performance and make any necessary adjustments. Here are some steps to help you evaluate and optimize your product. 1. Gather feedback. Start by gathering feedback from your customers. This can include reviews, surveys, and social media feedback. 2. Analyze data. Next, analyze the data you've gathered to identify any issues or areas for improvement. 3. Make adjustments. Finally, make adjustments to your product based on the feedback and data you've gathered. Post-launch evaluation and optimization will help you create a product that meets the needs of your target market and continues to succeed in the market. Conclusion. Turning your product vision into a reality can be a long and challenging process, but with the right guidance and strategy, it can be achieved. By following the steps outlined in this guide, you'll be able to create a product that meets the needs of your target market and succeeds in the market. Remember to stay focused, gather feedback, and continue to refine your product based on the needs of your customers. With hard work and dedication, you can turn your product vision into a successful reality.